Tapped in, tuned in, turned all the way on. This ain't just a vibe, it's a freak scene bomb. Ms.Blue in the building, oracle flow, cracking codes of the cosmos, now you already know. Yeah. Ride the wave, feel the light, it's frequency love tonight. Ms.Blue gon' take you higher, burning truth with sacred fire. This is soul talk, rebirth from the womb. Say it with me, I can alter my course at any time. Tap in, turn on. Your higher self already logged in. If you really want it, you gotta be it. As Ms.Blue has shared with the world, it's all about frequency. If you feel it, show it. If you want it, grow it. If you believe it, know it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Live it. If you receive it, give it. Nothing's missing, I'm it. It's all about frequency. In the past I thought I lost it, but the truth was always near. Every scar became a teacher, every fall just brought me here. Now I'm rising with the healing, every light inside of me, not becoming what I'm chasing. I am the frequency. You feel it, show it. Show it. If you want it, grow it. Grow it. If you leave it, know it. Know. All about frequency. Ask the question, how is this possible? The answer subtle, synchronicities audible. Keys unlocking, belief expanding. Frame by frame, new life commanding. No chase, no match, I embody the key. The light I own unlocks destiny. Raise my vibration, reality shifts. Every dream I desire already exists. Nothing's coming to me, no, no. Already here. When I raise my vibration, the vision is clear. Vision is clear. If you want it, grow it. If you leave it, know it. Believe it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Give it. If you receive it, give it. No, nothing's missing. I'm it. It's all about frequency.
Welcome on in, everyone. Listen, I'm going to be ready in just a second. But I want to say greetings to everyone and welcome you all in. How are you all doing? How are you all feeling? Let me know where you're tuning in from, like what state, what continent, what part of the world you're tuning in from, as well as if this is your very first time here, I want to know that as well. Yeah. I'm getting myself together over here. So I'm just going to take just a few more minutes, but I wanted to welcome you all in. Happy new moon. Yeah. Are y'all feeling the vibes of this energy of the new moon? I did a lot of shows prior to this to talk about this energy coming in with this new moon energy. Yeah. Feels pretty good. So I see you all are checking in from Virginia, Baltimore, Michigan, California, Chicago in the USA, Illinois, San Diego, Jacksonville, Florida, checking in from all over the continent. Welcome on in West Side. Got some new, and I want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers. So there's been quite a few hundred of you guys who have been checking in lately. And just want to welcome you all in. Just want to welcome you all in and welcome you all coming in. And glad to have all of you here and joining me here live. Wisconsin in the building, North Carolina in the building, Virginia in the building. Good to see you guys. How are y'all feeling? Let's take a moment and check in. I know currently right now I am broadcasting live from the Texas area in what we like to call Central Texas, the Austin area. And it's currently right now, it's raining. We got a little bit of a little thunder, kind of lightning storm that's happening. We got Covington, Georgia in the building. Welcome in. San Francisco, the Bay Area. Good to see you. As well as, what's that? Florida, Osceola, Florida. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. Some of you, Detroit, Michigan in the house. Always good to have Detroit in the building as well. And also Virginia in the building. So you guys are checking in from everywhere. And it's good to have you in the building. Welcome on in. And yes, please keep letting us know that you're new and you're joining us. So tonight, you know, one of the things that I have been doing and one of the things I love to do so much is to answer you all's questions. And so tonight I decided to, let's come on YouTube. We're going to do it again. This isn't something new that we do. It's something I've been doing and really a work I've been dedicated to for more than 20 years. And one of the things I love more than anything is for us to connect, because it's a way that the soul family can come together. It's a way that we can really answer the questions for the collective. And so if you have a question, if there's something you want to get a deeper dive into, yeah. Yeah. I want you to bring your questions. I'll let you know. San Antonio in the house. Good to see you. Is that Pascaluska? Did I say that right? Pascaluska, Mississippi is in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah. I think I'm ready. I, spent a little bit of time in the Akashic records. That's one of the things that I do on Sunday. I also send out healing frequencies and vibrations, which there is something that I'm going to be talking about because we've crossed another threshold, like as if we could not cross anymore. We have crossed another threshold here living on planet Earth, and it is oh so good. Oh, so good. Yeah. I want to bring your attention to a couple of things. Number one, I want to say thank you to everyone who, if you had a chance to catch the live broadcast that I did with Brother Rich on Empire 363. I want to give a big shout out to Brother Rich and thank you so much for inviting me on this platform to um, for us to do that discussion and to talk about the wealth transfer. I'm not going to go into it here tonight, but I want to encourage you to go over to Brother Rich's channel and check it out if you haven't heard. But it's going to talk about a channel I got from Tupac. Tupac came through and gave a profound channel and really touched on some of the hot topics that are happening right now on planet Earth, which number one has to do with sort of this clash of the titans that appears to be going on with the Asian community and the African American community. I know we got a lot of names that we want to be called, but listen, I'm just going to keep it real simple and I don't want anybody to get in their feelings about it. You understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to talk about where that clash really came from. I really want to talk about this wealth. I talk about what the wealth transfer is. This is something we dive into during this conversation, as well as what does that mean for you and how you can begin to tap into that energy now that this reversal has started. Yeah, that part. Now that the reversal has officially begun, what does that mean for you and where the distraction is in everything that is happening? Ashe, 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 ancestors, but we have a lot of powerful young souls who are the gatekeepers in this. I also go into the Natasha doll, and really on the channel that Tupac gave me of where that whole Natasha doll, the stress doll, came from and why the name was even Natasha. Yeah. Yeah. So shouts out to Brother Rich and shouts out to everyone who found their way over here as well too and connected. You definitely, want to put that on your radar to go back and check that share out. But welcome on in. How we feeling? How we doing? Y'all seem like y'all moving in a little bit of a slow motion. Is it a slow motion day for you on this Sunday? Or how we feeling? We feeling nice and charged? Or how's this new moon energy coming in for you? How are you all feeling? I see we got Lola Falana in the building. Welcome on in, Lola. Always good to see you. She is one of the moderators here. And so I want to send her so much love. I also want to ring the bell. I want to ring the bell for the Futuristic Activation Collective that's in the building. And also remember your June forecast is already available. Check your email because there is a video this time and you will be able to see the video. That has been sent out, so you'll be able to get that. As well as the Dream Makers in the building. Where are the Dream Makers? How we doing? Are y'all over here moving? It looks like chat ain't moving. Chat ain't moving for me, but I see that y'all are moving. Oh, I was about to say, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good. Welcome to everyone on in the building. Welcome in. My goodness. Now I see you guys. I see you guys. Wow. Now I get to see. I thought chat wasn't moving. I was like, what's up with chat? Where we at? But I see that you all are moving. I want y'all to see I have my YouTube shirt on that they sent me. YouTube shirt, established, date, and on the back. We ain't gonna do all of that, but yeah, on the back it talks about the how many years YouTube, which I started with YouTube when they started. I just wasn't posting any videos like many of us do, but I'm thankful. Shouts out to YouTube as well for sending this to me as well. I am grateful and honored and really grateful to be on this platform, to be able to do this work and to be able to share it with all of you from all over the world. So shouts out to the Dream Makers in the building, as well as shouts out to the divine priestess in the building and all the visionaries in the building. Now, if you want to know about the visionaries in the building, and that's what I call everyone here, this is an affectionately known as the Blue Room. As the Blue Room, right? You're a part of the Blue Room and you're a visionary. And to become a visionary, all you have to do, click that button and subscribe. Subscribe. And don't forget to turn the notification bell on. Okay? Don't forget to turn the notification. Yeah. So we're going to get into some questions because y'all know I can be quite long-winded. And I also want to put this on your radar. I'm going to be doing a very special broadcast this week. I want to say tomorrow, which is Monday, but yeah, that part. Not sure if I'm going to get it out Monday, but definitely keep your radars there. I'm really going to work on doing it on Monday. Let's get the likes up because likes is one of the ways that we really just kind of send out a signal. We also let people know that we are live. And it's a way that you can support the channel. And we can also send out the energy to the algorithm so we can let them know some good things are going on. We got more than 100 people in the building, and yet we got maybe about 50 plus likes. And so let's get those likes up. I really would be grateful for you to get those likes up. Yeah. Welcome on in. We got South America in the building as well. All of our international family members being here. Always such a treat, a profound treat. So I want to talk about how we're going to do these questions, okay? I want you to ask one question, just one question. And I know there can be a little bit of a delay, just a tiny bit. But what I want you to do is to take the letter Q, the capital Q, and I want you to put this in front of your question. When you have your question needs to be clear. Remember, that's one of the things that we have been talking about, how we're going to ask better questions, more detailed questions, particularly because I don't have you guys on the screen with me. Now, I have done it where I have literally brought you up on screen and you've been able to show your presence and you're able to be right there with me front and center. This is what I do in my one-on-one sessions and also when I'm teaching my classes as well. You're able to do this. And even when we're on TikTok, yeah, I got to tell y'all, when we're on TikTok, we go through there. You're allowed to come up on stage and I'm allowed to bring you up on stage. You're allowed to cut on your camera. I can hear your voice and you're right there and we can go. So can I do it without you giving me information? Absolutely. Is it more, I don't want to say challenging. Is it more energy that has to go in when you do that? Absolutely. And guess what? We're here to have a good time, not for me to work, not for me to extra work like that. But I want you to really, really begin to think about your question before you put your question there. Really put your question in there. And here's the other thing that I do want to tell you. I see that some of you have made donations, and I am truly grateful for the donations. I will do my very best to get the donations in first. It is not required, but it is definitely in gratitude. It really helps to promote everything that I do here. I am a one goddess, one woman show that kind of runs everything here and keeps everything going. And it really helps to support the platform and really how I'm wanting to grow the platform to reach more like-minded souls. I also want to bring your attention to let you know that you want to click the link afterwards when you subscribe here. And the reason I say that, because you'll be able to keep up with all the things that I have going on. I will have some classes that are coming up that I'm very, very excited to announce. And I'll be announcing that very, very soon. I also have in my Visionary Frequency store, which is my stand store link, where you can tap into anyone who's dealing with issues of abundance, finance, money, or just bringing more prosperity into your life. I have the Lucky Blueprint expansion pack that is open and available. And so that is something that many have worked with. You're able to go there and check out what others say about it. I'm not going to go into detail, but you can check out what that. There are people who have the Lucky Blueprint, the first version I did about 4 or 5 years ago. And then there were some that came and got the Lucky Blueprint expansion pack. Hundreds, if not thousands of you have purchased this, and it literally have changed your life. It is something I personally have worked with. It helps to bring you back on course, back in alignment, and it is a powerful tool to put you back in the place so you can open up that frequency back within yourself of your abundance and finance in your life. That's going to be important for us going forward, all right? Especially for those of us here. So now we're going to get to the questions. I'm going to need your help, Lola. Lola, can you help us? Help us, please, to see what order your question is. I'm going to put your question up on the screen and I'm going to go in. I'm not going to spend a long time, but I'm going to answer your questions. All right. This is one of the things that I do. At the end of this, we'll kind of do a wrap up, but I want you all to see where this fits in with you, because I'm sure that the questions that are coming through, I'm letting the ancestors pick the questions. Let me see. I got my balls here. Yeah, I'm going to let the ancestors pick the questions. Spirit guides are going to pick the questions. That is who I'm speaking with, your higher self. I've already, before we started the share, as I always do, I am tuned into the collective that is here, the seen and the unseen, those who will come after and those who come before. Y'all know how this go, right? All right. And Lola says she has wrote you guys down in order. So I want you to know this is going to be the order of echelon that we're going to go with, because Lola got you covered. Okay. Lola got you covered. So she knows who is going to be next. No, I don't like that color. Let me see. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. Do I like that? Woo, don't like that. Do I like that? Maybe that. Maybe that. Do a little bit of that. All right. Yeah. So we can see what's really going on. So we'll be able to have the questions. We are going to be taking those donations. We're going to get that. But we're definitely going to go. So I'm going to wait for Lola so Lola can tell me who question is first. And here is the question that is first. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see. And I want to make sure that I'm saying the name correctly. Is that how you say that name? Is that Yago? Is that Yago? Yago is first. All right. Here we go. Yago says, hello, Ms.Blue. I have two. Remember, I told you guys one. You're going to get one question. I would like to know, how did my mom die and what things led up to her death? And another question was, I was told about a pain in my left rib. Was rib while slipping. You got it right. Oh, I got it right first. So is Yago? Yago. Okay, Yago. You want the question answered about your mother? You want to do your mother's question? Because I'm going to take one question so we can make sure we can get to as many people as possible. So you want the question with your mother first? Or do you want the question okay, I'm going to tune into your mother's energy. I'm just going to go ahead. Yes, okay. You're saying you're saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's tune into the energy of your mother. So here's a couple of things. There were some things that led up to your mother's passing. And as I begin to walk towards her, I see myself walking towards a road and then walking towards a house. So there was some sort of incident, some sort of accident that occurred a couple of months prior to your mother's sort of health decline. I feel like there were so many things she's showing me, like inside of her body that was undetected. It was like they didn't know that these things were happening to her as a result of something that took place a couple of months prior to her health starting to decline. Interesting enough, I feel like there was some sort of neglect that did take place with your mother's death, but ultimately, she made the decision to still cross because there's a lot of things that I just see, like a lot of people pointing fingers at other people for what actually happened. She had some other things that were going on inside of her body, some sort of illness, some sort of things that was happening with her. Even prior to an incident, I feel like there was some sort of fall, some sort of jerk, because I see the body jerking, the body moving. Some sort of something happened. I don't know if she fell or she was involved in some sort of accident, but there's a jerking of the body. That jerking of her body caused some things to come out of dormant within her body. A lot of things went undetected. Ultimately, she knew, because there's a period where I see where she's literally, I don't want to say outside of her body, but there's a period where she's not conscious enough to communicate or to speak her own thoughts. And she made the decision to pass because she knew that even if she recovered, she would not want to be in that kind of state. What's also important about this, she was such a beautiful woman. Like her spirit, her essence of who she was. And very much a kind of against the grain kind of person in her thinking. She really viewed life in a very unique kind of way. And even those, I don't know if they told you that were with her, They even knew that it was almost kind of eerie. It was like she knew she was going to pass before she passed. It's like some things she said, some things she kind of put in place, some things way she connected with people, last conversations, very impactful, right? And her love for you. Because she's showing me, and oddly enough, she's showing me like with you on her lap, like sitting you on her lap, almost like the depiction of the Black Madonna and the baby. Ah, interesting. That's the jerk in the body. So, was there a time where she was there, but not there? There was some things that led up to the final incident. Because initially she took me to the house, a road and a house. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. I will tell you this. Every soul still chooses when it is time for them to leave. And for your mother, she still at that time made a decision to leave because she knew if she survived, she would not have been the same. And she made that decision. But there is a lot of finger pointing at what happened, what led up to it. There was some sort of incident, there was some sort of something, some sort of accident, some sort of thing that happened that led up to her passing. Very, very traumatic. She's at peace. And her focus has been with the family ever since. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 All I know is I felt her all that week, some kind of feeling, and then the feeling got off me and left. Yeah, because she already knew. And that would be the message she already sent out, that she was going to pass. But she's still very much with you. She's still very much with you. I got to pull this up or pull it down so y'all can, I'll pull it up. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So this is this. I feel like the person who did this, she knew the person who did this. And yeah. Yeah. Ashe. Ashe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's at peace. She's at peace. Yeah. Yeah. That was the jerking. And I want to say thank you to her because she allowed me not to fully feel that there was this jerking of her body, this jerking of what happened as she shows it to me. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 You carry the essence and spirit of her alive. And she's still very close to you. And I know you know that. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yes. Yes. Lola, I want you to intertwine them in between, to mix them in between. So we'll get a few that's not, and then make sure that we get those, please. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Powerful, powerful. But she is there. She is there, still watching over you, still watching over the family. But lastly, the depiction she showed me was the Black Madonna and child, that kind of position, sort of you sitting on her lap and her sort of holding you, loving you, connecting with you, watching over you. Yeah. 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 Ashe. Yeah. Wow. All right. Lola, who is next? Free Society is next. All right. Let me go and try to find Free Society's question. All right. Free Society. Okay. Let me do this. I thought he said something. Hold on, you guys. Give me one moment. I got to stroll all the way back down. Okay. He said, yes, that was 28 years ago. I just had to know. And I know her and my grandmother is with you. Yes, very much so. No, thank you. Thank you. That is pretty profound. Pretty profound. Yeah. Yeah. Very profound. Wow. I may have something else for you too. If she comes through, because she's still talking, you need to talk to your mama. She got a lot to say. So definitely you want to talk to her. She got a lot to say. All right, let's see here. And it's Free Society. Here we go. Here is the question. Hey, Ms.Blue. Question, are there any messages for me, perhaps any information to help me in my life at this time? Listen, I'm going to answer your questions, but you all need to tell me exactly. We don't have enough time for me to be just diving in there like that. So I want you guys to ask better detail questions. Okay. So, Free Society, let me see. Okay, so here's some of the things that I could tell you that could help you right now. Number one, it has to do with your waking schedule, about the time that you get up. And so, one of the things Spirit is showing me is that there needs to be some sort of structure in your life when it comes to you waking up. And so this is the time. So think of it this way. Let's say you get up at 6 o'clock. Between 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock, this is where Spirit is calling the attention to you, that you need to organize and structure this part of your day. This is going to make a tremendous amount of difference. It's also going to give you the time to work on some of the projects that you're currently working on. They're taking me immediately as I go in and kind of just do a little bit of remote viewing inside of your space. I'm in a room and I see a table. And on this table, I see a lot of things, like piles of things that's on this table that need to be completed. But underneath one of the piles, there is like these papers or these books. And they're bringing my attention to these papers and these books. Because within these papers and books, this is something you've done in the past. Maybe you were working on it. I don't know. Let's go back to 2014, something you were doing around the time of 2014 that had a lot of movement and a lot of traction. But I feel like there's still like sort of this energy that's over there that's still open, that this can be something big for you when it comes to prosperity, abundance, and wealth. But it's something you sort of abandoned, you sort of put it down, you let it go, you didn't finish it. And so this is where I'm being drawn to. I'm being drawn here, and there's sort of this light that's coming in. So this table, lots of things on the table. There's a pile of some things in papers or a book or something underneath. I don't know if it's receipts. I don't know if it's something. They're in some sort of sheets, and Spirit is taking your attention for you to go back to that, restructure and organize your morning, starting from the time that you get up till about 2 o'clock. These are your highly active hours. Highly active hours for you. This is when you are having most of your downloads to come in. Definitely, you want to make sure that you are somewhere to allow your eyes to touch the sun first thing in the morning, and then really having an organized and a structured day. So go back to 2014, look at text messages, look at emails, start thinking about, if you journal, go back in your journal, see what you were doing during that particular time frame, because they're showing me that there was something significant here, but it was something that maybe at this time you abandoned. And there's going to be a revival in this area of your life. I don't think you'll be doing it exactly how you were doing it before. You'll be doing it in sort of a different kind of way, but it's going to be profound. Going to be profound for you. So I'm excited for you. So good luck, and thank you so much. Thank you for that. Wow. Yeah. All right. Who is next? That was Free Society. Hopefully you were there. Okay, let's see. She says, they say, I am creating an online course, and I wrote kids books for Amazon, YouTube channels. I'm really drawn to the course, and I'm trying to build, just unsure. Thank you. Well, congratulations. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Love AMJ. Let's go. Is next. Love AMJ. Okay, I need her question. Love AMJ, can you please give me your question? Thank you, Lola. And you're so welcome, Free Society. Yeah, I'm excited for you, excited for all of those things that you're working on. Yeah, you'll have to come back and share with us. That's beautiful. Very, very beautiful and profound. All right, let's see. Love MJ. Okay, let me see if I can go back up and find the question. It just takes me a minute. You guys, do me a favor, kind of have your question ready again. I know that can be time consuming, but otherwise y'all are going to have to watch me, watch Miss Blue just keep strolling here, because it's a little difficult for me to get to the questions. So I'm trying to get to her question. I don't see her. Lola? Okay. I got it. All right. I got it. Okay. How do I connect with my true soul family? And how do I tap in for more abundance? I'm going to answer the first question. I kind of answered this second one. Remember, you guys, one question, please. One question. When is the best time of the day to get things done? So which question do you want to answer? You want this one? When is the best time to get things done? Or you want the old question? Okay, y'all. Listen. Listen. Which one? Okay, we're going to go with this. When is the best time of the day to get things done? I thought it was my birth time. So this is what I will tell you. If your birth time is working for you, keep using it. If your birth time is working for you, keep using it. But I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up for you right now. And I don't know your birth time, but birth times are good to work with if that's a good frequency for you. Some of us, let's just admit, we've had trauma coming into this world. And so that may not always be the good time. But the time right now that Spirit is giving me for you, the best time to work, best time to get things done is going to be 10 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon. That's going to be a good window for you to get things done between 10 and between 12. That's going to be a good time for you to get things done. So try that window. Don't abandon your birth time. I think that can be powerful as well. But I definitely want you to work between those two times. And thank you for the question. All right, let's go to the next question. The next question, please. Next question. How we doing out there? How's everybody feeling? Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm going to get to as many questions as possible. Want to give a big shout out to Lola Falana, and definitely want to make sure that we send love that way. Yeah. Lola. Who is next, please? Who is next? Who is next? The super chats are there. We are weaving the super chats in with the questions as well. So, okay. So Reason is next. Let's see. And then we'll get, after this one, we'll get super chats. So we're going to go to Soul Reason. So Reason. It's got to be a faster way. I don't have a question for Soul Reason, though. Soul Reason, you're going to have to put your question back in chat, please. I feel like we need some background music or something. I need to be jamming to something. I need to be jamming to something here. How are y'all feeling? If you're just coming into the live, you can also let us know where you're tuning in from as well. Would love to hear that. So Reason, I'm looking at you. I'm trying to find your question. I don't see a question from Soul Reason. So Soul Reason, there it is. Thank you. My goodness. Here we go. Ms.Blue, why do I feel like I was meant to be raised on the East Coast, particularly Brooklyn, but I grew up in California? Is it possible to get your faith mixed up? I love that. From what your soul intended. Ooh, that's a heavy hitter of a question, but the simple answer is this. No, it's not possible to get your soul mixed up, but what could be happening is that there is a new calling that is coming online for you. It's coming online for you. That question is coming online for you in a powerful way. You were born in California, but you were born on the West Coast, but you kind of feel like you need to be on the East Coast. Um, I want you to liken it like this. As we grow and we evolve and different things are coming up in our lives, we will have different callings. And so the East Coast might have been what you needed during your, the West Coast could have been what you needed during your earlier years in life. But now you're in a position where your soul is craving for something else. You're growing up. There's different changes and things that has happened with you in your life. And you feel like the East Coast is more about where you have been. So the soul doesn't get things mixed up. That's not a thing that happens. We are highly intelligent beings that are here. And so right now you have a different activation that is calling you in your life. And so if Brooklyn is calling you as a girl who is born in Brooklyn, I'm a Brooklyn baby, born in New York City, born in Brooklyn, in Kings County, right? In Brooklyn, come on to the East Coast and spend some time there. But your soul doesn't have it mixed up. You are evolving, you are expanding. And that's a beautiful and a profound thing. And if something is calling you there, you owe it to yourself um, to follow that calling, whether that is take a vacation there or whether that is an opportunity for you to stay there for a couple of months and go there. And that place may feel more like home. It may be activating some of your DNA. You know, there are certain spaces on the planet. Um, there are certain spaces on the planet that our soul needs us to touch ground to be activated in. And so you're saying, I don't feel that way. I don't feel called there now. I feel like I should have been raised there. Yeah, you might have recognized some of the energy that was there at that particular time. And then here's the other thing. A part of you could have already have been there during that time. And so that's another thing to think about. You know, like we look back. Have you ever watched a movie and say, that's the era I should have been born in? And you feel that deep connection with that, the 60s or the 50s or the 40s, and you feel like, wow, I should have been raised there. Yeah, your soul has a remembrance to that energy. And so there may have been a part of your consciousness that was there during that particular time. Because I'm sure if you look deeper into your life, even though you wasn't raised there, your mannerisms, the things you like, maybe the way you were dressing, the things that you were doing at that particular time, the things that you were into, the friendship groups you had, and the things that got you excited, you have somehow experienced that throughout your life, and it's things that you crave. And so that could be the other possibility. I like it. I like that. I like it. I like it like that. All right, Lola, who is next? We have legendary intel. Yes, the questions are being answered. Lola, who's next? I'm going to take one of the super chats question next, and I'll go to the next super chat. Let's do that. What is this? They're the raw baits. The raw baits. Let me see. Is my mother okay on the other side? I feel her death is my fault, because of the medical decision I made. I just hope she forgives me and it's okay. Immediately, even before I finished reading the question, your mother came through, and no, it is not your fault. And the truth is, your mother was kind of already gone before you made the medical decision that you made. And so your mother is showing me that she was already outside of her body, like she was walking around in the hospital room. In fact, she was walking around in the hospital room, and interesting enough, I don't know, you tell me how this relates to you, but she's kind of laughing a little bit because she was digging in your purse. She was looking at all the stuff you had in your purse, in your bag. I guess you had some kind of bag with you with stuff in the bag, and she was just kind of looking through your purse. But no, it's not your fault. And it was her time to go. You know, a lot of times when people are having strokes, they're having heart attacks and these different kinds of situations that come upon them, it is the body, it's the higher self sort of making a decision about whether or not they are going to separate from the soul. They're going to whether they're going to separate. They're in between dimensions deciding whether or not they want to stay or whether or not they want to go. But she's not sad. She's not upset. She's not blaming you. In fact, she's so proud of you because she knows how difficult this was for you. You know, how difficult this was for you and for the rest of the family. But she's very proud of how you handled it. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, she's doing wonderful on the other side. She's doing wonderful. Oh, okay. Well, listen, I'm telling you, I gave you that evidential information because your mother told me. Oh my gosh, I was so excited, Ms.Blue. I was in her bag. Your mother is telling me how she was just excited to go through your bag. And you said it was a bag I carry all my oils, my bells, my incense you was using on her. Well, she loved it. Absolutely loved it. But your mother was already outside of her body. She had already left her body when you made that. You said she was your soulmate. Indeed, because she's with you right now. And you know that. She says, Ms.Blue, we talk all day long. I'm talking to her all the time. I'm with her all the time. So your mother is there. She's not upset. In fact, she's living her best life. And one of the things she's telling me is that she is learning so much from you. She said she understood some of the things you were doing, but she didn't realize how deep you really was, like into the work and things that you were doing. She just didn't realize it, not to that capacity. And she's very, very honored and proud for you to be her daughter. And she's very close to the family. And oddly enough, she's even close to the family that she wasn't even speaking to no more. She said she even checking on them. She checking on them. She checking on them. I ain't going to say what she really said, but she said she's still checking on them. She is still checking on them too. But she's definitely right there by your side. And she is just loving everything that's coming up. Let me ask you a question because she's holding out a platter. And on this platter, interesting enough, is like some sort of cookie, some sort of baked good. And because of this cookie sort of baked good, whenever ancestors come through and they hold this, she's not holding a cake, so I don't think it's a birthday celebration, but something significant about this time, some sort of celebration, some sort of some sort of coming togetherness with the family. Something about this time frame is coming up, and she's acknowledging that. And she said she's going to be present for it. She's going to be right there with you for it. So I don't know if there's a graduation. I don't know if there's some sort of anniversary, if there's some sort of kind of spiritual, religious, or educational point that's coming up, because it's not a cake, but something significant is coming up, and she has some brownie cookie like things on a platter that's there. So either you're preparing something for someone, or someone's preparing something for you, some sort of celebration, and she wants to acknowledge that she is going to be present for that. And there you go. That was sweet. Your mother was a beautiful, kind-hearted woman with a big personality, because her personality is coming through now. And yeah, and she's doing amazing and wonderful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was suffering from quite a few things as well. And she's getting over that. She's getting over that. Yeah, she's getting over a lot of that. Yes. Someone is asking, what's Miss Blue's website? One of the things you can do is follow me on Instagram, Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle. You can click the link for the stand store. I currently right now don't have slots for one-on-one personal interviews, but what's going to happen is that you can actually request an oracle file reading, and that is private. You will be able to get insight from me. She said, we usually go on our family vacation when school is over around my birthday on July the 8th. Well, she is acknowledging whatever that celebration is. She didn't acknowledge the birthday in July. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to be the family vacation, because she had the sweet treats there. And she wants you to know that she's definitely going to be with you wherever you guys decide to go or decide to do. And she's sending you so much love. Yeah. Powerful. All right, Lola. Who is next? Next is Spice 44444. All right, Spice. Where you at, Spice? Where your question at? Where your question, Spice? Let me see if I can pull up Spice 444. Yeah, welcome everyone on into the live. Oh my goodness. We got the rain. The rain is coming down. Here is Spice's question right here. All right. Let's see. Has anyone ever loved me? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Has anyone ever loved me? I feel like either no one has loved me, or I'm the one pushing people away and messing up. I'm taking accountability for my part, but now I'm not sure if everything is my fault. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. So, number one, let me answer the question, has anyone ever loved you? Yes, they have. You've had many people in your life to love you. Unfortunately, you were born into a family that really is helping you to move into your life passion. You were born into a very dysfunctional family. And so what you thought was love somehow turned out to be a little twisted and very questionable about whether or not it was love. But I will tell you this. There have been some people in your life that have loved you. But more than anything, you've had a lot of people in your life that was not in the best interest for you. In fact, they were the opposite of the reflection of your soul and your spirit of love. Because you came back to the planet in this lifetime to learn how to love yourself. And so this is why you're feeling like some of it is your fault and some of it is not. And so what is needed for you is self-love. And so a lot of people have been attracted to your kindness, to your openness, and to your loving heart, right? And they have taken advantage of that. And so another one of your purposes is to learn how to stand up for yourself, how to make decisions for yourself, and how to be able to be a real sovereign being. And this is where you have struggled. You've struggled. One of your past lives, it's very challenging because in one of your past lives, you were a part of a very large family. And in this family setting that you were a part of, what was significant is that your parents ended up going away on a trip and never coming back. They were in search of a new city, and they took a few of your siblings with them, but they left you there to take care of everyone without any ways to create any kind of food, without any way. And interesting enough, I am seeing this in some of the places that I would consider, or we would consider in this world right now, to be part of Asia. And you were there. And during this particular time, there was some sort of virus thing going around, and most of your brothers and sisters all perished. And by the time your parents did make their way back, it was only you and one of your siblings alive, and they blamed you for the neglect. And so you kind of went off on your own, very lonely, afraid to connect with people, afraid to trust yourself. You eventually was taken in by a family, but you really were only taken in, and they literally thought you could not talk or could not speak, but you could. And so you would help do things around the house, around the farm, but that was it. And you stayed in a room adjacent to the house. And ultimately, that's where you passed away, alone. And so you brought a lot of that loneliness back with you into this lifetime. But in this lifetime, you are meant to live a full life, live a life that is filled with joy, but also one that where you could trust yourself, and that you would learn how to love yourself unconditionally. And so the family that you were born in helped to set this in motion, which we all do. We choose our family that we are being born in. We choose our mothers and our fathers, and they choose us. So here, it's about you learning how to trust yourself, how to love yourself, so unconditional. And then you will make better choices about the people you connect yourself with and the people you allow to connect with you. Because you are here to really show the world what unconditional love looks like. And I'm glad you're taking accountability for yourself. And as far as everything being your fault, I don't want you to look at it as a fault. I want you to look at it as a lesson, as wisdom, because these people who have been coming into your life, there was a part of you that knew that they didn't mean you any good, but they dangled in front of you something that you have been searching for and seeking for ever since you've been a little girl, and that was love. Love was your kryptonite. And where you are now, you're ready to make love your power source. Remember, self-love is the new shadow work. And the love that you're looking for can only be a true reflection when you're holding that love for yourself within you. So embody the love that you are, because when you do, you notice that everything in your life flows so much better for you. This is a part of your major wounds that you brought back into this life to heal. And so the answer to the question is yes. Yes. You have been loved unconditionally. Yes. And yes, there's been some real shitty people in your life. But that time is over. And you don't have to repeat those lessons. But now it's time for you to fall madly and passionately in love with you. So there you go. Peace and love. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Who is next? Who is next? Who is next? We better give it up for Lola Falana. We better give it up for Lola Falana. Give it up for Lola. Yes. Thank you, Lola. Yeah. Let's see who is next. Make sure you guys have detailed questions. Detailed questions. When you say detailed questions about what particular area of your life, okay, we're going to go get this one since we're here. We're going to go get this one. I'm going to wait for. All right, so we got it. What is that? Is that doing her thing, though? Doing her thing, though. I like it. Okay. Any messages from spirit guides and ancestors? Listen, one of the things I want to remind you guys about spirit guides and ancestors, talk to them. Talk to them. Okay? But you can't hear them if you're in your mind. You won't hear them. You got to be in your body. You got to be full in your body. But I want us to make a conscious decision to talk with our ancestors and spirit guides. And so, let's see. Doing her thing, though. Is there a message for you at this time? I want to see how many spirit guides you have. You have 17 spirit guides currently with you. 17. Nice full 17 spirit guides that are with you at this time. And when 17 spirit guides show up, it really tells me that there is something you are working on internally. Like internally, there's been a shift. There's been a major shift that your spirit guides are showing me that's happening with you. And it's almost like you're on this sort of pilgrimage to unleash something that's inside of you. Also, the other thing I notice immediately when I came into your energy and coming into your aura, it's like you instantly started stepping back. And so there is some fear that is still surrounding you. You still have a lot of fear that is surrounding you. And this is what your spirit guides are trying to help you break through so that you can come out and be seen. There is so much that you want to share and give and share with the world, but there's a part of you that is afraid of being seen. There's a part of you that feels like you're still not worth it. You're still not worthy enough. You're still looking for something else to make you worthy. And this is what your guides are telling you. No, it is time for you to be seen. It is time for you to not have it perfect. It is time for you to put yourself out there, but authentically. This is going to be the game changer for you, because things are not lining up the way that you thought they were going to line up. And they will not until you allow yourself to be seen authentically for who you are, and until you come out and express what truly, truly your heart is calling you to do. Like I said, every time I come close to your energy, you step back. And you're stepping back because you're afraid to be seen. You have to get over this fear. It's holding you back. At one time, it was a protection. It's no longer a protection. And a lot of people are in this space. What once protected, what's once held them safe, what once stabilized them, no longer will be able to stabilize you, no longer be able to keep you safe in that space. It is time for you to be seen. It is time for you to stop hiding. It is time for you to put your work out into the world and do the things you feel your spirit is calling you to do. You have 17 spirit guides that are here to help you. And they are taking me to this door, but the door is already open. And so there is an invitation for you to walk through this door. I want you to go back to 2014, and I want you to think about what kind of things were happening, what was going on with you. You know, what were you very much fascinated by? What was speaking your curiosity, and what kind of work were you doing there? Because there will be some sort of revival that is coming out of that. And it's going to open up an opportunity for you to have a second chance. Another chance here for you to move forward. So that's what your guides have for you. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. And step into your light. Like own it fully. Own it authentically. And own it with your love and with your power. And your 17 guides are here to assist you. Thank you. All right. Beautiful. Let's go to the next one. Who is next, please, Lola? Who is next? All right. I'm going to grab someone next. Green tea, you are in the chat. Who the green tea? That's who's next? Is it green tea? I'm going to answer this question next. Let's go here. Ooh, how you say your name? D-C-D. Ooh, I don't even want to say it. I'm going to just call you Sister D. How about that? I'm going to call you Sister D. I'm going to call you Sister D because I don't want to mess up your name. You're so welcome doing, can I get it out? You're so welcome doing her thing, though. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, we're going to go to this. Let's see. Let me see. Says, question. The biggest gift you said was your intuition. Yes. Oh, it's Devon. Oh, Devon, beautiful. Okay, the biggest gift you said was your intuition. Yes, that's the biggest gift. That was on Brother Rich's show. Shout out to him. Amazing question. Love the question he asked. When I thought of change, there was fear. Now when I think of change, I'm bursting at the seams, yet my feet is planted. How can I understand my abundance and not be afraid and move? Let me make sure I understand the question. You said intuition, and when I thought of change, there was fear. And now when I think of change, I'm bursting at the seams of my feet. Bursting at the seams, yet my feet is planted. How can I understand my abundance and not be afraid to move? So here's the thing. A little bit of fear is good. Little bit of fear is good, right? Little bit of gorgeous tension. And so it's okay to be a little afraid and do something anyway. And so for that, what I would say to you, if you feel like there's something you should move on, start small, get a plan, but move. You got to move. You got to do something. You got to shift something. You are highly intuitive, so I can see why that question was an activation for you, and there are some things that you want to share with the world. Interesting enough, when you first came up, I seen this book and it opened up. Whenever I see a book and it opens up, this is telling me about multisensory abilities. So you have a lot of intuitive abilities of things that you can tap into. You feel things and you have a deep understanding of the knowingness inside of your body. So I say, get a plan. If you need to take a class, take a class. I'm not saying you got to take one from me, but there's a lot of teachers out there. Find something that really interests you, and I want you to start putting that work together. You're already doing it, but you're kind of like the last caller. You're kind of in the closet with it. You ain't really like popped out on them yet. And it's time. It's time for us to just get out there. Sometimes you just got to do things messy. You got to learn as you go. Just be honest with it. But it's time to make some power moves. It's time. I can also see this light that is coming in through your throat chakra. So you have a voice and you need to open your voice. You need to speak. And people need to hear your voice. So whether that's on YouTube, whether that's a podcast, whether that's Instagram or TikTok, you need to speak and your voice needs to be heard. This is not only an activation for people who are listening to you, it's an activation for you. So the more that you keep your mouth closed and you're just thinking about it in here, you're not going to get the activation your soul is calling for. For you, it has to be audible. And Ms.Blue knows that because that's the same thing for me. When my voice had to come online, it had to be audible. And the audible is not for people receiving it. The audible was for me. I had to hear my voice out loud, no matter how cringe I thought it was, no matter how I thought it was, I had to, because the activations was for me. And this is what you need. So I want you to start your day. I want you, when you're talking to your friends, family members, and people you work with or connected with, I want you to speak out loud and say things like, I feel. You know what I love? I need you to get into that. I am getting ready to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I think. I want you to start affirming so you can start projecting your voice out loud so that you can start to hear and activate your own spirit, right? Because we have a God spark that lives inside of us. And contrary to popular belief, other people can open that up, but we have to be able to hear it ourselves. And that's why I am a fan of you saying things out loud. So this is time for you to get activated. I want you to put a plan together, put something together that you're going to be doing in the next 6 months or 7 months. And I want you to step out there. You got big goals and big dreams for your life. And you can't keep quiet about it. It's time for you to open up, share your gifts with the world, you know, but do it in the most loving and profound way. And that starts by you speaking your truth out loud, listening to your intuition, and saying to yourself, it's okay, I'm a little scared. This makes me a little nervous. I don't have it perfect right away because you got a little bit of that. I want it to be perfect when I start, and I get it. But this is the time. So don't quit your day job. But I'm going to need you to move into the things that you know is calling you to do. You want to teach, you want to share, you want to go on trips, you want to show people things, and you want to learn things. It's time. It's time for you to go. Yeah, it's time for you to move. Move something. Yes. There you go. There you go, Devin. And thank you so much. What a beautiful question. Yes, thank you. All right. Who is next? Who is next? Who is next? Let's see. Let's see who is next. If not, I'm going to go get this one. Okay. You know, one of the things I wish, I'm going to take this question. Okay, green tea is next. I need green tea's question. Green tea, put your question in, and then Lola, I'll get green tea next. I want to say welcome to everyone on in. You know, one of the things that, I mean, I get it. Green tea, I need your question, sweetie. Green tea. This is the question. Miss Divinity says, Dad died 3 years ago, and Ashe, sorry for your loss. Going through probate, Mom is being selfish. How would this play out, and what does Dad say? I'm going to tell you what most ancestors say. They don't care. They really don't. Like, I could bullshit y'all, but they don't care. They don't care about any of that stuff. They don't. In fact, one of the things that they kind of wish is that they don't leave anything. I know, right? So when you say Mom is being selfish, how will this play out? Well, it's going to play out more than likely in favor of Mom. Yeah, that's how it's going to play out. And so I would say, I don't think she's going to be completely selfish, but she is going to receive most of it. And your dad doesn't care. He doesn't. Most souls on the other side, they don't care. But I can tell you that anything you don't receive from your mother, he's going to make sure that you get blessed with it in other ways in your life. The most important thing is for the family, because this is such a challenging time right now, is to not allow this to come between everyone. And then your mother may have somewhat of a change of heart, but I'm going to be honest, not much. So just know that whatever you thought, whatever your dad may have said in passing, he promised, or his wish would be, he personally doesn't care. But he wants you to know, and the family, whatever you don't get, he is going to work with you to help you get it. You will get it. It just may not come from the way you thought you would get it. Yeah, I know. Probably not what you wanted to hear. But let me know. This is what I'm picking up. But the good news is, whatever you thought that was, you're going to get it. And your father is going to be working on the other side to ensure it comes to you, if not 3 times fold. Because I feel like it's 3 people involved. So either there's 3 siblings or 2 siblings and your mom, but I feel like he's showing me 3 times fold. He's going to make sure that whatever you're supposed to get, you will get it 3 times fold. So I want you to hold on to that. Think of the bigger picture. And the bigger picture has to do with the family. And the family being together, and not this fighting over assets, money, this kind of thing that really was or wasn't there, and I'm sure at the end of the day, you would take your father back versus all of this. Yeah. So I'm sending you all so much love. There you go. Yeah. All right, let's go to green tea. I would love a message from my loved ones' guides about my financial situation and well-being in my life. So, your financial situation. See, this is why I want y'all to be clear. Because y'all asking for a lot. We ain't got that kind of time. I need you to tell me what you want. You want to know about your financial situation, but you already know about your financial situation. The truth is, you know about your financial situation, and it needs to get better. It needs to get better. Couple of things I want you to know. You have some changes that are coming up for you. I feel like if I walk forward, it's taking me into sometime in this month of June and July. But there is going to be some opportunities for you to really get back on track, especially when it comes to your finances. That's going to get back on track. Now, as far as your well-being of your life, you're working on this, and that's a good thing. But you have to stop worrying so much, because that is ultimately impacting your finances, is impacting your well-being in your life. You constantly are worrying. You're constantly focusing on things you don't want to happen. I feel like there is this opportunity for you to move, and you're kind of sitting between whether you want to move or you don't want to move. And I feel like you're going to get clarity on this in the next couple of weeks, what to do about this move. I feel like there are also other things that you're sitting on that can offer you support, like some sort of loans, some sort of money that could make things a little easier for where you are. And then also making sure, that was interesting, making sure that you have something on your feet. And so instantly, your guides pulled me down to your feet. So I feel like there's something going on with your feet. Something is happening with those feet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, relocating somewhere where you can thrive more. Yes, I feel like that opportunity is going to be presented to you. You just need to be prepared for it. And I also want you to pay very close attention to what you are putting on your feet. There is something you're doing that has to do with your feet that you are not doing with your feet. With your feet. There's something with your feet. Something with your feet. Yes, I have issues in the feet and they hurt all the time. Okay. Let's see with your feet. Couple of things I want you to do. You can do this. You can get you some castor oil, get you some good castor oil in a glass bottle. I want you to rub that castor oil, make sure you charge it up and rub that on your feet at night, paying very close attention to the soles of your feet, like in the center on the soles of your feet, and rubbing that into the soles of your feet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Put that on your feet and make sure that you are protecting your feet. If you get an opportunity and you find some grass, some beautiful, healthy grass, I want you to get and walk in the grass on your feet, standing in the feet with the sun shining. That's going to tremendously help you inside of your body. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of rest, and you have to stop this obsession thinking, because you're allowing these thoughts to just keep looping in your mind. You have to stop it. It's wearing you down. It's causing you not to think clear, right? And ultimately, that has something to do with your finances. Remember, we all hold the keys to the bank inside of us. And what I want you to do is to be open to receive. And just allow yourself to be open to receive higher frequency, higher vibration. It's a lot of crystalline energy that's in the atmosphere and will be for the next couple of weeks. And just, I want you to open yourself up to more of that higher light and energy. And here's something everyone can do under this umbrella of the new moon, because this is where the moon is black, where we can plant seeds. I want you to write a letter to your higher self, from your higher self to yourself at this moment, that will help anchor you into the future about what a perfect day in the life will be with you in the future. What does that look like? What are you doing? Where are you living? What does the space look like? And you don't have to have all the answers. You could say that I'm just living somewhere where when I look outside the window, I can see the sun and the sun is shining bright. You don't have to have all the answers, but I want you to get more into the feeling of what a perfect day in your life would be like, with you loving yourself. The other thing that we can begin to start working on is how we speak to ourselves. We need to up level our self-love talk, our self-awareness talk of how you're consciously speaking to yourself, both external, what words are coming out of your mouth, and internally, the thoughts that we're holding on to and how we're manifesting these thoughts in our mind. Yeah. So there you go. There you go, green tea. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. All right. Let's go to Lola. Lola, who's next? Who is next? How we all doing? We've been here over an hour. Legendary is next. Okay, let's get your question up there. Legendary Intel, let's get your question up there. Oh, here's Legend. I see Legendary Intel, but I don't see a question. I see a super chat that says, hey, everyone. Okay, I got it now. All right, let's see. How important is it to know your family tree right now? Unpopular opinion. It's good to know it. I don't know about important. I don't know about important. And the reason I say that, because it depends. Some of us are, something was up there. Some of us know our family. And there's a reason we know it. And some of us don't. I would say it's good to know. But as far as it has to be urgent and important, for some people, yes, it's very urgent. Right now, you must know that. For others, you don't have to. I would say for you, there is some disconnect in that lineage when it comes to your family. And particularly as I'm there, I can see that this disconnect, there's some on your mother's side of the family, but definitely on your father's side of the family, there's some missing pieces. There's some sort of disconnect, even a question about paternity. And that paternity could go back a generation or 2 or 3 generations back to question who's the real mother, who's the real father, who's the father figure here in this questioning. Usually when these questions are coming up and we feel this deep knowing inside of us to wanting to know our family lineage, is because our ancestors are speaking to us, and they're speaking to us in the astral realm. They are really having conversations with us. They are passing on their gifts to us. And we feel that activation deep within our DNA, especially as a time like now, as we're crystallizing that DNA. So whenever someone gets on that serious quest and they like, I gotta know my family lineage, I want you to trust and know that the ancestors are speaking with you. Another reason, legendary intel, why this may be coming up for you is because there is a connection within your own bloodline, a child to be born, a child either coming into this world. So usually, there is a child, there is a baby. I see this baby, this child that is around you. So there's some sort of question for this child, this baby, to know the family, to know the history, to know the lineage that is there. And so you have 2 things that is calling you, both a physical DNA and a spiritual DNA. Because as I look at your energy and I come forth towards you, I can tell you're in the midst of a Kundalini activation. And there are some things that you are deeply shedding from in your soul. You're almost to the point where you're contemplating turning in your original divine blueprint. And you want to know, how will this affect your legacy? How will this affect your children who are with us, your children who may have departed from us, your children who may be born in the future? What does this lineage, this legacy look like? What would it look like for them? What would it look like for you? And so I would say, yeah, it's going to look the way that you paved the way for them. That is the family tree for you to be connected to. That is the family tree. Because you are shedding so much, a lot that you carried from a past life that has to do with love, honesty, being able to see yourself, the essence of who you are in such a profound way that literally is shocking to you. You know, I'm looking at your picture there, and it's a picture of you looking at you. Because there was a time not long ago, you were unrecognizable. Your actions, your words. Your soul. And now that you're coming back into this activation, you're sort of at this crossroads of whether you want to turn in that blueprint and you want to step into a higher version of yourself. And what would that mean for the family tree? Yeah, that's where you are. Yeah. I'm excited for you in this chapter. It's been rough. But there's a lot of lessons here. History doesn't have to repeat itself. It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't have to repeat itself. History can get better and better and better. And it starts with one action, one step, one day. Yeah, moment by moment. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Thank you. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Who is next? Next is New Diamond. New Diamond. Oh, I thought you said Miss Rich. Oh, Miss Rich is next. Miss Rich is next. Where is Miss Rich? Where's Miss Rich? I think Miss Rich is going to have to put her question in the room. She's going to have to put her question in the room. Miss Rich. Where you at? Am I talking? Sexy, you said. Sexy SSW said, Ms. Blue, are you talking to me? Listen, we are a soul group. So, you know, when one person asks a question, really is a reflection of all of us that is here. Okay, Miss Rich is not in the room. Okay, so you want me to go to New Diamond next. Okay, so let me go to New Diamond. Where is New Diamond? Let's see. I thought I see. Oh, here it is. All right. Here we go. All right. Hey, Miss Blue. It was just my birthday on the 13th. And I've been feeling like who keeps giving me thumbs down? Y'all are cracking me up. Listen, I'm loving it though. I'm here for it all. So, hey, Miss Blue, it was just my birthday on the 13th. Happy born day. I did know it was your birthday. I think I told you on social. So there you go. Happy born day on the 13th, and I've been feeling like it's the second Kundalini energy present that you've always talked about. Can you elaborate on that energy, please? Yeah, let's see. Mm. Ah, ah. For sure, for sure. So that second Kundalini energy is the Kundalini energy that can't be forced. One of the Kundalini energies we can activate that doing breath work and mindfulness and coming forward. Some people use medicinal medicines to activate it, to have those experiences that come. And then we have that other Kundalini energy, which is based on our soul's growth, right? Of how we're evolving ourselves and growing within our soul. And that Kundalini energy, you know, when you look at the caduceus, you see the two snakes. And usually what we're talking about all the time is the one snake that really gets activated at the base of the spine, and that Kundalini energy begins to rise within us. And that is important. But there's a portion of that Kundalini energy that does not even come from in our galaxy. That energy is coming from out of the ethers into us, right? And that energy is being activated. In fact, if you think about it, that activation is really at a soul level. That activation is happening from our solar sun, the external sun, and it's happening from the solar sun that's also in the center of the earth, and also from the solar energy, the sun that lives within us, the God spark. And that is based on the soul's growth and the evolution of the soul. And so, yeah, as I look at your auric field and your energy and just seeing how it's pulsating, that energy is there. I would be curious to see what age group you're in. Not that age really plays a presence, but age does make a imprint in there of when this Kundalini energy for many people get sort of activate. And so it's going to feel a little different. It should feel very expansive for you, more grounded for you. This is the time that we are stepping into the true, another time that we're stepping into more of our essence of who we are, right? Meaning we become unapologetic to who we are. You're 36 years old, beautiful. And so you're at that pivotal point of crossing over into yet another threshold of where you are. And so that 3, that 6, that energy together brings us to 9. So it has more of a unity, connection that is there, more universal type of energy that is there. So this energy here that you're feeling is really one of almost like having another rebirth. So I wouldn't be surprised if if you didn't feel a deeper calling to your purpose in this world, starting with yourself, but a deeper purpose of what your soul is wanting to experience. In sort of a new kind of profound way, almost, when we're going through these Kundalini activations, there is a spiritual maturity that happens. And so it's like things that we've been trying to get over, we've been attempting to heal, or things we've been attempting to let go. It's like, it's easy. It becomes easy. You can just, it's like the charge is no longer there. Because what also happens with that is like your whole auric field gets a complete upgrade. And when that upgrade comes in, that frequency comes in, it is just a whole, it's like you're a whole nother being of who you are. And sometimes when people go through these kinds of activation, transformation, they become unrecognizable. It's also a highly fertile time. And so, unless that's something on your radar, you know, this could be a beautiful time to give birth, a child to come into play, because it's such a highly receiving, a time of receiving, right? When this divine wisdom is coming in and we really step into a different level of spiritual maturity, it is such a powerful activation. It's also time to give birth to our newness in the world, you know, and so it doesn't have to be a physical child, but it could be birth of something new that becomes a part of who we are and what we're sharing with the world, you know? So it's a profound time for you. Profound time for you. I am definitely excited. Yeah. Mm. Uh, Powerful. Powerful. There you go. And happy born day to you, New Diamond. And also, happy born day to everyone who's celebrating a birthday during this month. Yeah. Happy born day. Mm-hmm. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going to get to some of these because we are almost at 2 hours and counting. So I'm going to go to Limitless Key. I like that name. Really, really like that name. Limitless Key, if I can say that. And she says, "Good day, Ms.Blue. My father transitioned back in 2022. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. Before my birthday, he lived in different from mine, and I never get, I'm not sure. Tell me the question again." Yes, thank you, Lola. We're on the same track. Yeah, we're on the same track, Lola. Limitless Key, tell me what that is. He lived in a different from me, so maybe in a different place from you, and I never got answers. And so, what is your question? Tell me what your question is again. I want to make sure that I'm answering your question for you. Yeah. Tell me what that question is. Yeah. Let me know. I want to say welcome to the seen and the unseen into the live. Thank you all for liking, sharing, and passing on the live. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Whoo! How we doing? We doing all right? I'm waiting on limit. Can I say her name? Limitless Key to answer the rest of the questions. Let's see. I don't know if she's still here. Yeah. Okay. I live in a different state, and I never knew how he passed away. Oh, you lived in a different state and you never knew how he passed away. Immediately, your father comes through and says, that's not true. Your daddy came through and said, that's not true. She knows how I died. She knows how I died. This is what your dad is saying, that you do know how he passed away. Yeah. Now, you may not know all of the circumstances surrounding his passing, but he does know, you do know how he passed away. But I want you to know that your father was present with you on his birthday. He was present with you on your birthday. And the other thing that I see is that there was some sort of distance between you and your father. Like maybe for whatever reason, you two were not speaking or could not speak. There was some sort of distance he's showing me between you two, that you weren't speaking. But he loved you, kind of set in his ways and his own struggles, because your father had his own ways and his own struggles. And a lot of that he says that you kind of got from him. Interesting enough. And hmm, hmm, mm, mm. But there was some sort of distance between you two. And your father was sick. He had been dealing with so many different things as well, too. Now, there will be a question, and you, as the daughter, you can request a copy of his death certificate, and they will tell you on paper why he passed away. Like, that's not a secret. You want to know this for another reason. And that's the bigger question here. You don't have to, you could live on another side of the world and you can contact Arizona, the Bureau of Vital Statistics. Tell them who you are as the daughter and request a copy of your father's death certificate, and they will send it to you. If you log in with the information, they will show it to you. It's public records, and you can get it. I want you to really think about what you really want to know, because the question of how he passed is not it. There's something deeper that's happening, profound within you. And the question is deeper than how did he pass? Because you're questioning some things within yourself. You're questioning your worth, your life, what's going on with you, things that you're facing right now that you have to deal with. And a portion of some of that is the anger towards your father for some of his choices, his decisions, and things he could have did different, maybe even should have did different, he's saying, and taking more responsibility for that connection with his children, with you. Yeah. That's what this is really about. If you want to know if he suffered in any kind of way, there was some suffering. There was. But he was ready to go. It's every soul's choice of when they depart. Your father loves you, but he didn't really do a good job of showing that love in that way. And that's for a lot of reasons. Some because of how he grew up and the way he grew up and the things that he experienced in his life. But he does see where he dropped the ball, where he faltered, and where he could have shown his presence and shown up more as a father. I feel like there was a question at one time or another with paternity, some sort of paternity, some sort of question of what was going on. And a question also with you, like what you got going on in your life, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know the answer to that. You know the answer. You do. You know the answer. So your father wants you to know that he loves you. And his greatest gift he wants to give you, your family, his grandchildren, everyone connected to him, is to not follow in his footsteps. Don't do it. Yeah, but he loves you. He does. Yeah. So, if you need the proof, you know how to get it. And you know how he died. You know, because he says she knows. She knows. Yeah. So I'm sending you and the whole family so much love. Yeah. But if you really just have to see it in black and white, it's too easy. You can get on the computer right now, go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics in your state and get the information. And it will show you how he passed, you know? This is bigger than the question you asked. And there are some things that are going on around you right now with someone you love and you care about. And you see the connection. So I want you to do what you know you need to do. And definitely take care of yourself. And your daddy loves you. He really, really loves you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the ancestors. Let's go here. I'm going to try to get as many of you guys as I can. We are limitless keys sending you so much love. Yeah. Let's go. Greetings, Ms.Blue. My Earth Strong is coming up. Want to know if my artwork and current project will find the supporters and resources needed. Been focused on the path for a while. Actually, the answer is yes, you will. I feel like it'll be within, even though I suck with time, within the next couple of months, but I feel like you have got to do a better job of letting people know what you do and how you do it. And making sure that you find public places to showcase your work. I feel like you might be relying too much in one place. So like too much online, not enough in real life, too much in real life, not enough online. It needs visibility and it needs accessibility. And so, yeah, it will find the support it needs when you start opening yourself up to be able to receive more, because you have a problem with receiving. You're welcome, Limitless Key. Blessings and love to you too. Yeah. So I feel like there's a big part of you that it's kind of hard for you to receive. And you also have to allow your art to live through the eyes of the people who is receiving it, and not just your story. Let other people tell you what is being activated within them. What do they get from the work? Ah, you're not online at all. Yeah, see, I'm telling you. Yeah. You need to make sure you're using both platforms and be open to receive. Yeah. Put your work there. People will love it. You have an ability to be able to channel. And so a lot of your artwork that you're channeling is coming from other dimensions and even coming from other galaxies. That energy is coming in, and you have the ability to channel your past life. And so a lot of the stories, the energy that is being infused in your artwork is like medicine. It's been for you to heal a lot of your wounds in this lifetime. And so you've gone through probably since 2013, 14, 15, 16, a lot of healing journeys with your work. And now it's time. It's time. It's time. You don't, not that you don't have to heal anymore, because it'll always be layers. But you too have to come out of hiding. You understand? And you have to share who you are and share your work, and to be proud of your work, and stop putting limits on who should have your work, who should be connected with your work, and allow it to live in its own essence that you created. So yeah, it's time for you to stop hiding, come out of hiding, and show your work and put it out there for the world to see. And be open to receive. And that's been a big one for you. You've kind of built this wall around you, but I want you to be open to receive. The universe has been trying to bless you for a long time, but I get it. I get it. You have to be open to receive, and you will receive the blessings more than you could ever imagine. Imagine. More than you could ever imagine. So yes, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so grateful for you. and excited for you. So please come out of hiding. Please put your work online. Put it in public. Put it online. Let everyone see it who wants to see it. And then you have to detach from it. A lot of it is personal for you because you were healing a lot of your own trauma through it. But you created it for the world. So now, allow the world to have it. Yeah. Yeah. It's over now. It's over now. You done did it. You done did the work. Yeah. You done did the work. Yeah. You've done the work. Yeah. Congratulations. It's beautiful. We would love to see your artwork. So, all right, let's go to Tasha. You're so welcome. Let's go to Tasha. And I'm glad you got a smile on your face. Tasha, is that Rhonda Brown? Did I say it right? Rhonda Brown? I don't know if I said it right. Let's go to Tasha. Tasha says, should I move closer to my mom or with her to help her with what she's going through medically right now? Yeah, I think it would be a beautiful thing for you to move with your mom to help her. I think that would be beautiful. Yeah. And actually, it would be a good, you know how Kaylani sings about a beautiful distraction? I feel like you need a beautiful distraction in your life right now. And what is more beautiful than helping your mother? Because in essence, she would be helping you. You two will be helping each other. She gets to help you out, and you get to help her out too. It feels beautiful. It feels like a yes. You should. Yeah, you should. You really should. There you go, Tasha. Yeah. Brittany. Let's go to Nancy Ray. Let's see. Nancy Ray says, hello, Ms.Blue. What should I focus on now for the highest good and my best soul's growth? Nancy, where is Nancy at? If y'all don't start asking some questions, we need to do a whole call, a whole show on how to ask questions. We need to do. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Natasha. So welcome. Yeah. You're so welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I think you two will be helping each other. Let's see. What should I focus on now for the greatest and highest good? Natasha, are you here? Not Natasha, Nancy Ray. Nancy Ray 17. We're Nancy Ray. We're Nancy Ray. You agree y'all two would be helping each other? Absolutely. Y'all are going to be helping each other. I think you can use a beautiful distraction. I ain't going to tell you what else I seen down there, Tasha. Because you might run. You might run down to your mom if I tell you that. But yes, I'm just going to leave it at that. Greetings, Holy Himmet. Good to see you in the building. Nancy Ray, is Nancy Ray still here? Let me see. Lola, y'all still here? Y'all still, Nancy, you still here? All right, Nancy. All right, Nancy. Thank you for that, Rhonda Brown, for the extra super chat donation. Okay. Thank you, Holy Emmett. All right, Nancy. Let me tell you what you need to be focused on right now. Listen, it's I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I have to look at my notes. I have to give myself notes. Because I know sometimes. So here's the number one thing, Nancy. Let me talk to you, Nancy. Number one thing, Nancy, you need to be working on right now is your health. Is your health. That's your number one focus. Needs to be your health. As I come into your physical body, into your energetic body at this particular time, I can see that this is something you've been giving a lot of attention to lately. You said I feel like I'm starting all over. You are, which is a good thing. Focus on your health. Focus on the strength of your body, the health of your body, your mental health, your relationship health, your financial health. I want you to focus on your health and your well-being right now. This is going to be in your greatest and your highest good. When you start looking at anything that you're doing in your life and really connecting it with your health and well-being, that's going to be golden for you. And this is one of the reasons why you feel like you're starting all over again and you got a new slate. I need you to maintain this. I need you to keep your frequency high. I need you to distract all the wisdom from all of those past situations and not repeat the same bad habits from the past. And this is going to be the biggest glow up, the biggest blow up, the biggest come up, the biggest newness you have ever experienced in your life. And 6 months from now, you gonna thank yourself. And of course, Ms.Blue. But you gonna thank yourself by focusing on your health. And that's in every single area of your life. And no matter who comes in your life, no matter who leaves in your life, you don't abandon Nancy. You make sure that Nancy is number one. And you keep loving you and keeping your vibration high. And this is going to be the healthiest, the most powerful come up, glow up, show up of your life. There you go. Yep. So that's what you should focus on. Yep. See, y'all made me go all the way. I had to take you through there to go there. Let's go to Mama Nisi. Any messages from my spirit guides? Mama Nisi, I think you said you had another question. So I'm going to wait for Mama Nisi to ask her new question. I'm going to wait for you to ask your new question. That's interesting. I'm going to wait for you to ask your new question. Mama Nisi. I don't know if Mama Nisi is still with us. Seems like it's taking a minute. But we're going to see. We're going to wait and we're going to see. Okay. Well, no, we don't want to stick with it. This one is not. All right, Mama Nisi, we're going to stick with this question. We're going to stick. Woo! Boy, we're gonna do a whole show on how to ask questions. We are. Uh-huh. When it's time to ask a good question, I go blank. You know what? Not you go blank when it's time to ask a good question. Any messages from your spirit guides? Let's see. Mm. So here's the message from your spirit guides. There is something that either you got invited to do, go, be a part of that's coming up, and your spirit guides are saying that you got to know when to say no. And that's what you're learning. You're learning the power of your no. Your spirit guides are saying you're learning the power of your no. And because there are some things that you're trying to complete and you're trying to finish, and it just seems like you're looking for every other situation to take you away from the focus of what's important to you. So your spirit guides want you to know from right now that you have to learn how to say no. There are some things you must say no to. So the things that you are committed to saying yes to, that you can complete those things. And that's going to be important for you to know. Yeah. So that's what your spirit guides want you to do. They want you to know that you got to learn how to say no. You got to learn how to say what things are a no for you so that you can really start completing these things. You made yourself a list a couple of weeks ago of things that you're going to be working on, you're going to start doing, you're going to finish up, and you're not able to get to them because you are constantly giving your energy away to so many other things. So they want you to really get the courage to say no so you can finish those things that you know you've been trying to get to for a minute. And that's going to play big for you. Very, very big. So there you go. There you go, Mama Nisi. All right, let's see, you guys, because we had 2 hours and 26 minutes. Let's see. Okay. Priestess Osset. Let's see. And I want to say thank you. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you again for the extra super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. I think I got some of my TikTok family over here. Do I? Let me see. So here is the question. Hello. Is there any guidance from my ancestors or spiritual team on whether I'm on the right path, making progress, but just still feel stuck? Let me go to Mama Nisi real quick. Mama Nisi says, so true, so true. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So let's see. You're feeling stuck for a reason. You're on the right path, but there are some adjustments that you need to make. And so where you're feeling stuck is really just helping you to become in alignment. And I need you to trust that. So the answer to the question in short is we're always on the right track because we have free will. But is it the track of how you imagine or the way you want it? Not exactly. And that's why you're a little stuck. but you're being redirected so that you can get on the right track. I just need you to just kind of hold the line a little bit. Make sure you're not trying to force something, because if you do, you'll miss what's being shown to you and how it's being shown to you. And so make sure that this is a good time for you to check in and really, really start to ask yourself the question, is what I'm going after, what I want to do, is this still what I want to do? And also stay open that there may be a better way. There may be a different route. There may be some things that need to be learned, some things that you must have in place first before you can get to this destination. It's feeling like, Priestess Aset, like there is some sort of thing that you're trying to force here. And so I don't want you to feel like, because you're not really stuck, the path you're going down, there is another way to go down. So you have to trust that in this moment. Trust that in this moment and start to get curious. Is there another way? Is there another path? Is there something I'm missing here? Is there something I need to learn here? Is there something here that maybe I thought it's what I wanted, but it's actually not what I want? And allow that space to come in at this particular point. The other thing that I want to tell you right here is that you would do very well to help the clarity within your mind by doing some clearing and organizing in your home. I feel like one of the things I'm being shown once I come into your space, that there are some things that need to be organized there. And when you organize them, and this is actually a feng shui principle, you're actually going to be organizing your unconscious. You'll be tapping in to a lot of things that's happening within your unconscious. Interesting enough, I can see a portal that's open behind you, which tells me and your guides that there is a change coming up for you, and one you might not have seen coming. It's going to be a beautiful change, but it's one you wasn't expecting. I also feel like I wouldn't even be surprised if within the next couple of weeks you don't get a new house guest. Like someone who either comes to visit or to stay, and they end up staying for an extended period of time, or they end up moving in. And this dynamic is going to change things drastically. Drastically. In a beautiful way. Drastically. It's going to change things in a very profound and drastic way within your life. There will also be some people you meet as well. And that's going to help you open up a lot, understand a lot. You have to get out of your mind. I would love for you to do some writing. I would love for you to do some journaling. because there's a lot that's happening inside of your mind, and that needs to be cleared out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It would be an extra flavor for you to add some self-love as your new shadow work in loving yourself. I hear you're saying, are you on the right path? But you really haven't chosen a path. Not really. Not really. But I want you to get clarity. I want you to take your time, and I want you to get some clarity. I feel like these last couple of months when I'm in that energy, it's kind of thick. Like there's been some things that you've gone through, and even possibly a grieving stage that you've gone through, like something significantly that you have been grieving. And you're just now coming forward from this grieving, but it's still there with you. So love yourself. Take your time with yourself. Get plenty of rest. Stay out of your mind. Spend some time in nature. And just pause. Just take a pause. Yeah. And you'll know. You'll know what path to choose. So there you go. Wishing you so much good luck. Mm-hmm. Is that Darcy 7? Wow, just happened to me. A unexpected house guest that never left. Yeah, it's possible. It's certainly possible. Okay, you guys, don't send no more, because we going on 3 hours. Listen. All right. Let's go here. Andy says, Ms.Blue, what role does my wife have in my spiritual journey? She's your partner. You two are here to learn and experience life together in a profound way. So she's not necessarily significant to your spiritual journey. Oh, thank you for that, Dr. Ace. I put that all together. Darcy. I ain't even see the DR Ace. There you go. But so your wife, the significant role your wife is playing, your wife really helps to keep you grounded in this lifetime. She's here because she sees life almost not the same as you, but in a different kind of way from you, to give you another perspective, for you two to grow and be connected to one another. And that's a big role that she's playing in your life. In this lifetime, you two wanted to come together so that you can reflect each other. And so there's a lot of healing and a lot of growth that is going on in between this relationship through the love from both of you all. So your wife is really here to help you fulfill a lot of your purpose in this lifetime, being that support, being that person that's always there to kind of cheer you on and to also encourage you to keep going. So she's a great anchor for you. She has her own spiritual path and you have yours, but she is definitely a great anchor point for you. And you two have spent a couple of past lives together. You know, interesting enough, in one of the past lives, you were the wife and she was the husband. And you can even see energetically how that is played out in your relationship now, where some of the roles that she is doing, like you don't have the traditional roles. So there's times where she's kind of like the one grinding and doing things, and you're studying and doing other things, and you're more in the supportive role where she's more in the working mode. And so a lot of those different dynamics, you two have gone through different phases of it, and you're in one right now. And so, yeah, you guys have spent many lifetimes together. And I think it's beautiful when we come back and we continuously spend lifetimes with people we love, because that says that, guess what? We really love each other, and we want to continue to learn and grow with each other. And so that is the commitment, and that's a big part of the role that your wife is playing in this lifetime. So true. I do all the cooking and she doesn't. Yeah, see? Can't make that up. So yeah, this is a big part. And so, you know, you two have gone through this kind of role with one another in many lifetimes. And it's beautiful to see. And that's why it's so balanced with you guys. It's not a lot of tension. It's a lot of love that's there, but it's a familiar love. So one of the things I would say to you, Andy, don't take her for granted. You understand? Because it's kind of like you two just know you're going to be together forever. Still nurture that love. Still keep it alive. And that's for both of you, because you're so familiar. Sometimes you can finish each other's sentence. You know what each other thinks. Like y'all are so inner knowing of each other that sometimes it's easy to take that kind of love and knowing for granted. So don't take each other for granted. Just take it for, you know, just a divine blessing, because you two have spent many lifetimes with one another. And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And a lot of those past lives are coming up right now for both of you. Yeah. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. I'm going to try to get to the super chats, but no more super chats. Okay, please. Please and thank you. What should I be doing right now? Doing spiritually right now, living your best authentic life. And I say that with a straight face. That's what you should be doing. And really thinking about how can you be more present, and what kind of things are important to you, like your values and structures. These are some things we talked about in the last couple of lives. This is what you should be thinking about. Where do you want to lend your voice? Where do you want to lend your energy? Where do you want to make a difference? Living your best life, committed to being the healthiest you can be, mentally, physically, spiritually, energetically, you know, enjoying the life that you are living, finding the joy, finding the excitement. What kind of things do you want to experience? And living your life to the fullest, the most authentic and the most loving life you can experience, filled with joy. And how can you share that with the people, the places, and the things that matter the most to you right now? That's what you could be doing on this journey. How can you continuously expand your consciousness? Where is it that you can be open to receive and expand your consciousness even more? Even more. No filter. No filter, no filter, no filter. Let's see. Let's see. We do finish each other's sentences. I got to go get this. And she would say things I was just thinking, yes, I'm telling you. And that is the reason why you two have spent several past lives together. And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. So we got that question. Now let's go here. All right. How we doing? We doing all right? I'm trying to get us out of here, you guys, before we get to 3 hours. Is there anything from my past life that I'm holding on to energetically that's hindering me in this lifetime? Where is no filter 4180? Let's see. Mm, mm. One of the things that you are holding on from a past life, in one of your past lives, and let me see if I can go to one a little more ancient. In one of your past lives, used to be a rebel. Now, that's not what I want to call you. I don't want to call you a rebel. In one of your past lives, you used to be a rebel. And you were going against, I don't know what you would call it, but this was even in ancient Egypt. And this was the time during Thutmose, King Thutmose the Third. You were going against what was being ordered at the time. It was a lot of disruption happening. And there was a group of rebels, I guess you would call it, that was going against the establishment, going against the leaders. And you felt like they were not preparing the people for what was getting ready to happen. And as a result of that, there was like this whole group of people who had went somewhat underground. And one of the things that you all were doing was disrupting things that was happening because you felt like the people became too complacent and that you felt like something big was coming. You gave up your homes, you gave up your family, you gave up, in essential, the life that you were living for this cause that you felt was there. And you traveled somewhat of what I would call in modern day times more like a gypsy. And you were going from place to Providence to area of where different, I guess you can call them tribes or people were. And you all were going and taking whatever you wanted and going on to the next place. And at the time, that's not what y'all started out doing. But there was sort of like a like a bounty out to capture you all, to stop this disruption. And so for a long time, you had to go into exile. You had to go into exile. You had to go into hiding for years. And so the only way for you all to get food, to get resources, money, to keep moving. You had to constantly keep moving and moving, like nothing was stable, because you were almost on the run, but yet you all were disrupting things along the way. Now, it's important to know that you came in contact with quite a few people on this journey. One was even a lot of different groups, schools of thought, that held different beliefs and systems. And you would integrate yourself within these groups, and then eventually you would disrupt that group and you would move on. And you all would go to the next place, and you would integrate yourself within that group and disrupt that group, and then you would move on. And so in this lifetime, I could imagine you probably don't want to be a part of no group. Ooh, that's for sure. And I'm sure you're a disruptor. Somewhere you are disrupting shit. Somewhere, either behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, somewhere that energy is still there. But the most important part of this disruption energy that I would say you brought back, a lot of the gifts you brought back, is that you're really able to see through when something is not in the best interest. Like, that's a superpower for you. Like, you could instantly tell if there's any kind of corruption, any kind of uneasiness within something, within systems that are going on. Like, you have a keen eye for being able to spot that. So that's a gift that you brought back. But one of the other things that you brought back, it has to do with money. And it has to do with power. And as a result of that, you have hid your power in this lifetime. You have hid your power, and you try to get by on the most minimum resources, because there's still this energy there when it comes to power and when it comes to resources, that there's still this past lifetime pattern that somehow you don't want anything to do with that. Not really power and not really resources. But it is something essential that you came back in this lifetime to experience. And so one of the things I would encourage you to do is to, take yourself into a meditation and take yourself back into that lifetime. I'm sure by now you've had throughout your life glimpse of dreams that, you're being captured, or someone holding you against your free will, or even having brushes with the law where maybe somehow you either had a fear of being locked up, or even you've had some time where you've been locked up physically, or someone has held you against your will. And that's kind of a great fear of yours. But take yourself back into that particular time. I would encourage you to go online and do some research. And you're not looking for something specific. You're just looking back during that time period, maybe reading stories, hearing a little bit, and see if anything stands out to you. And I want you to go back into that particular lifetime. And once you go back into that particular lifetime, I want you to see yourself coming back fully draped. Like if you can even visualize yourself, and I'm not trying to tell anybody, I know how we all have these polarizing thoughts with AI, but even if you could take an image of yourself and dress yourself as a king in gold with a crown and, just having things around you, because you need to reintegrate this energy back into you where you have rose to power and that you do have the resources you need, because in this lifetime, you're kind of have a different commitment, but you won't fully commit to that path because you can see all of the corruption and things that come with that path. And that's just still the fear from the past lifetime. So under this new moon, you can begin to take a picture of yourself and rewrite your story in this lifetime of what it is you want to achieve and what does your living legacy look like. Not the legacy you will leave, but the living legacy. What does it look like? And write that down. And then hold that as a sacred thing to yourself. My name means queen. Beautiful. If you are of the feminine persuasion in this past life, you were a man. So it's still the same. Just energetically dress yourself, because you still carry, if you are a queen, you still carry very masculine energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just means by the actions you take. And, the masculine energy is the energy that of the doer, of the builder, of the one who is moving things forward, outwardly, manifesting. We use masculine energy in that way. So I want you to really begin to capsulate that. So dress yourself, I still say, in that king energy, because if in this lifetime you're a woman, you're of the divine feminine energy, then you have a very, very challenging relationship with masculine energy, and it still needs to merge and integrate in this lifetime. So that is what will be hindering you in this lifetime because of that past life, because that's the life that is stepping forward for you in this lifetime. Yeah. Yeah, this is so deep. It's connecting to dreams. Yeah, I know you would have had many dreams about this situation, about someone taking you, capturing you, or spending time in prison, being held somewhere. All of these different things would have come up for you. But I'm excited for you. Excited for you in this lifetime. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Whoo. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, Ms.Blue. Can you recommend? Oh, let me see. Let me see. I love it. Ms.Blue, everything you're saying makes so much sense to what I knew. Intuitively powerful. I knew it would have to because it came through so strong. I know you have to be feeling it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a great time for you right now to be feeling it and to get that deeper understanding. Yeah, let's go here. You guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I want us to see on this live if we can get to at least 1,500 likes. Pass it on, pass it to a friend. Definitely make sure if you can hype the video up afterwards, you come back, you hype it up, leave a comment, but definitely don't forget to like and subscribe and to hype the video up. Hi, Miss Blue. Can you recommend a good nonfiction book, a speaker, or a lecturer on parallel universe and how different versions of ourselves can exist in different dimensions at the same time? Thank you. Well, the first book that would come to mind for me for parallel universe to understand, because there's so much information out there. I've spoken about it. I don't think I've done anything isolated on the parallel universe, but I would definitely tell you, and you all, if you're listening and you know of good books on that, to definitely make those recommendations as well too. But I would say to you, definitely to get a foundation about the parallel lives. And one of the resources I would tell you that really speak to this in a profound way is Dolores Cannon. And she speaks about it in a lot of her books, right? I can tell you a couple of them, but I can't think of it right now to do that about the parallel universe and how we have different versions of ourselves that exist on different dimensions. I think the most important thing that I would tell you to take from that, if you're wanting to study that, is to remember this is the version you chose to be conscious and aware of. And so there may be different versions of us. In fact, I do believe for every decision or non-decision we make, there is a version of you living out that decision. In fact, I did a whole spirit class and a workshop on this. And we went to go visit all those different versions of us and places of where we're existing. And we were able to merge ourselves into, it was actually one of the galactic files, to merge ourselves into the timeline that we wanted. It was like walking. In fact, I think I took them across a bridge. We walked across a bridge and we merge ourselves into that frequency, because these are different lines of frequency that we can begin to start merging ourselves in. Here's the truth about that. We are doing it every single day. How many decisions and questions have you had to make in a daytime that you've gone back and said, I wonder if I shouldn't do that. I wonder if I should leave and go to the store now. All of those different versions, you're able, if you are consciously aware with yourself enough, to be able to see those different dimensions of where you are. I think a lot of times we get fascinated by seeing us in different timelines and seeing us in different parallel universe, but consciousness and free will is dominant, meaning, guess what? This version of you right here is the supreme version of you, because this is where your avatar is active. You have chosen to channel most of your soul's energy in this moment in time. And because of that, if you exist on another parallel universe, and that place you're doing more of what you want to do, you can bring that to you and embody that here in this lifetime, because this is where it's going to matter most. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Yeah. So those are some of the things you can also check in some of my archives. And if that's a subject you guys want to dive deeper into, we can do that. I've done it in a lot of my classes that I've taught, a lot of my mentorship groups. We talk about those things. We do exercises in those things. So pretty exciting. And I'm excited for you. Thank you for the question. All right, let's go to the next. Earthly. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's see. Hi, Miss Blue. Do you happen to see changes for me in the relationship area? I am currently single and I'm not terribly unhappy about it. Laugh out loud. You're actually in a beautiful place. There is a window that is opening up right now for relationships. And you've done some work on yourself. I would love for you to continue to do more self-love work. And then I want you to recognize that you don't necessarily have to call in love or a partnership. You just have to be open to receive. And that's what you have to do. You need to be open to receive. And yes, you should be enjoying your life. That's nothing to feel bad about. If you are single or in a committed relationship, you should be loving you. Loving you doesn't take away from your partnerships. It just makes all of your interactions, whether they're intimate or whether they're business or whether they're platonic, it makes every connection that much better. So keep falling deeply and madly in love with you. And then also getting curious about that partnership, about calling in that, person for you, you know? Get curious about that and be open to receive. And yeah, it'll happen, you know? Setting your intentions for wholeness to come in, because that's what you want. You want someone who is coming in that can match the frequency level you're at, not match you, but match the frequency level, meaning they are loving who they are as well, right? They're single, but they're loving who they are too. They're learning about themselves even more, but they are content with where they are in their life. And yes, they would love to have someone, but they're not chasing. They're not searching. They don't feel like something's missing or lacking. And they're open to receive a partner to come in, because you have to make room for that. There needs to be space for that. And most people will tell you they find the greatest relationships when they're not looking. Right? So there you go. Good luck to you. Yeah. Yeah. You want that wholeness. We ain't going to talk about that last relationship. We want that wholeness. Yeah. You guys, no more super chats. No more super chats. We're over 3 hours. So let me see where I am. Over 3 hours. Let me see where we are. Okay, I think I can get these last couple of ones in here. Let's see. Hey, Miss Blue. I'm just curious to know if I have spirit guides. If so, what message do they have for me? Yes, you have spirit guides. Total number of spirit guides you have is 4. You have 4 spirit guides. 4 spirit guides are there. Usually when 4 spirit guides are coming in, they're really there to kind of help you move into something, helping you to open up to more things in your life, building sort of a greater foundation, getting out of your mind and getting more into the creative space. So you have 4 spirit guides, and they're really here to help you with this creative project that you're embarking on and that you're working on. And so they are standing with you. Right now, 2 of your spirit guides are women. 1 of them is men, and 1 is something else. Yeah. And so the message they have for you is to get creative, and start to go out, do things different. I even see a little bit of traveling that's up for you as well too. So they're here to kind of help you kind of break out of your shell a little bit. to take you to new experiences, new places, and for you to learn new things. So they're really here to just help you expand more of what you're doing so you can stay inspired. They're kind of telling me that you kind of lost your spark like a little bit. You kind of felt you're kind of in that in-between place, and they're here to just help you ramp up this sort of new thing that you're nurturing there in a very, very visionary and creative way. So you have these guides that are with you. Two of them are women, one is a man, and one is something else that is all on board to begin to start working with you. So there you go. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. All right. How we doing? How we doing? What past lives did me and Ashley have together? She said we had a past life. This is what I will say. If you're with someone and they're telling you you have a past life together, ask them to show you. That's the best thing you can do. Ask them, show me, what is this past life? Because that's how you're going to know. They're not going to stop at part of the situation. They are going to tell you. But I can see that you all had several past lives together. Many, many past lives together, and even going to have more of a past life in this life together. More of this life together. And so one of the things I want you to think about, because I'm thinking of a past life, you've had a past life together in ancient Egypt together. In the past life in ancient Egypt, you two were brothers together at one time. So there's been many dynamics where you have been brothers together. You both have been sisters together in the past life. You two have even been as partners in a past life. You've even spent time in other galaxies together. And so there's been a deep connection of your lives together, you know? And I hear you're saying she's made her transition in this life. And I'm sending blessings and ashe to you. But she's still very much going to be connected with you in this lifetime. There's been several lifetimes where you left very early, and she was there to continue the life. And so in this lifetime, she chose to leave before you while you continue this journey here. You two will forever stay connected for as long as your souls choose, because you didn't have to stay connected through other past lives. You chose to be connected with each other. But there's also other people you've had several past lives with. You're pretty much a real ancient soul that's here. But you had several past lives before this lifetime where you wasn't on planet Earth. And so it may be difficult, or you can feel that it's kind of challenging navigating yourself here on Earth, because there's been so many other places that you were prior to coming here on Earth. You know, one of the things that a lot of souls have told me is that what they find very fascinating, and why we do keep coming back to Earth, is because you get to experience emotions here. And many other past lives, you don't do that. Many other past lives many other places that we can experience, emotion is not a thing that they experience. The other thing is you don't have a conscious mind where the ego is and all of this fear. You don't have that in other places. And so a lot of souls come back here time after time because they want the fullness of being able to navigate and experience these different past lives. These different past lives. So it's so profound for you to be able to connect in this kind of way and to continuous. So there were times that you all were siblings. There are times where you all were in relationships with each other. There's even some past lives when y'all were in opposition of each other. And so there's a full circle that is going between you all. A full circle of where you all could be going for the past lives. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a really, really beautiful thing. Yeah. Ashe to Ashley. Still coming through. Ashe to you. Blessings to you. All right, let's go here. And you say, hello, Ms.Blue. Ever since 2021 and 2022, I have felt like there's been a shift in my timeline. And now I am fathered away from where I'm supposed to be today. Where do I get back on track? Broken silence. Is that, am I reading that right? Broken, silenced. So two things. I don't think you're further away from where you're supposed to be. You're not further away. You may not be where you want to be, but you're not further away. So that's the good thing. Second thing is that where you are right now is where you hold your power. 2021, 2022 was an awakening for you. It was an awakening to a path that you thought was for you. And I know sometimes that's tough. We look at that and we think everything was wonderful, everything is great. But, we make commitments to our own soul. We're no longer under soul contracts. That's been gone. We're free agents. But we do make commitments, and you made a commitment and said, if I'm not fully awakening to who I am, my power, who I know myself to be, then I need you to do whatever you need to do to wake me up. And that's what happened in 2021 and 2022. And so now here you are again. You're being awakened again. But this time is different. And I know you can feel that. One of the ways to get back on track is to recognize, number one, you. That's how you get back on track. What do you love? What brings you joy? What lights you up? Finding you again. That should be your whole mission. And recognizing that you are co-creator here. You are creating here. The world is not happening to you. You are creating the world. And where are you giving your consent? Or are you silent and you're just letting the world happen and you're free falling and whatever happens, happens, and you feel as though you don't have a say in it. But you do. Not only do you have a say, you can start to change. So if you say, I'm here, but I'm supposed to be here, you can start working towards getting there. But it starts from the inside. That's where the real change starts to happen. So the first thing I would recommend is that you learn how to meditate so you can get out of your mind, because this is where the false matrix is, and this is what feeds the matrix. Because the conscious mind is dripped in fear. It's where the ego lies. And ego is not always that boastful and being proud. Sometimes ego can keep us from playing small. It can keep us silent. It can keep us in fear. It can make us feel like we are outsiders within our own galaxy. The whole world revolves around you, and you have to know that. Meditation is going to be your best thing. And when you can meditate and learn how to quiet the mind and get out of the mind and drop down into your body, and then also knowing your power. One of the greatest ways to connect yourself back to your source, your power, is through love. Because within that self-love, you start to get self-worth. And within that self-worth, you start to get your self-esteem. And that's going to charge your solar power, which is your soul's power. And then you will start speaking life into yourself and into your world. Get your commandments together. Just like in the Bible, they have the 10 commandments. Get your 10 commandments together. These are the things, your values, what's important to you. What are the things that are meaningful for you in your life? What are the things that you stand for? When you can begin to put those pillars together, you will have your disciples, which are your disciplines in your life. I'm not talking about punishment and disciplines. I'm talking about the things that you study. But these are disciplines about you. What lights you up? What brings you joy? What are the things that matter the most to you? I want you to figure out what those things are, because that's how you begin to get back on track. But you're not lost. In fact, you're going to realize you're further ahead than you even knew. So right now, it might seem like it's a little tough, it's a little hard. But this was divinely ordered by you to wake yourself up so you can recognize the powerful, loving being that you are. And I want you to watch your mouth, your words. And I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but I want you to listen to the last 3 shows I did. It's going to bring you great insight. Yeah. You're going to see how powerful your words are. And it's going to change the way you speak to yourself, and the way you speak to the world forever. Because your words carry weight. They're powerful. And some of the things that's happened, you spoke them into existence. And so now that you see a different existence for yourself, you can use those same hikas, them same words of power, and you can begin to speak that power into your life. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Listen, that is going to do it. Thank you. I'm so glad you subscribed. This has been fun, you guys. 3 hours and 23 minutes and 16 seconds. and counting. We're going to get ready to get off of here. It is officially Monday, June 15th in my part of the world. And it is Monday. Ah. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So one of the things, So did I also pay for a super chat but got no message? I don't know. Did we get to you? I didn't see your super chat because I answered all the super chats. I didn't see your super chat. I don't have you here for a super chat. I see your super chat, but I don't see a question. So if you had a question, put your question in the room because I didn't see a question. Yeah. Are you still here? Are you still here? Who is this? Car. I don't want to say it. No, ma'am. No message in chat. No. Listen to what I'm saying. You paid for the super chat, but there wasn't a question attached. So if there was no question in chat, that's why I didn't get you. But you can give me your question now and I will give you a message. So maybe the instructions were not there. Yeah, Carla. So do me a favor, Carla. If you have a question, put the question there. Nobody wanted to skip you, I promise you. I asked if divine or ancestors, okay, so it wasn't attached, so that's why. I don't want you to think I didn't have a super chat, but I've always wanted you to speak to me. Okay, sorry I had the question. Okay, no problem. We got you. We got you. We gonna get you. I don't know if Lola's still here. Lola, you still here? Lola might have had to go, but we gonna get Lola. Okay, let's see. Carla. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. I asked if the divine / ancestors or spirit guides had a message for me. Okay, here's your message. Within 72 hours, you're going to receive an answer, a message to something you've been waiting for a minute. I feel like there is something that you're waiting on a reply back from. You're going to hear an answer back from it. Now, I wouldn't normally say that this is the case, but I feel like it has to do with something connected to some sort of agreement. So, because I see a paper, but the paper is folded in half. And because it's folded in half, whenever I see a paper floating in front of me and it's folded in half, that means that this could either be something maybe you applied for or you requested a while ago, maybe never heard nothing back from, or either the answer was a no, like maybe you applied for some additional credit or some opportunity to do something or to get something, but either it didn't go through or you were supposed to do some sort of work and something came up and it got delayed or canceled. I feel like there is going to be another opportunity that's going to come back up for you. Spirit is showing me this piece of paper. It's going to be something you requested, and that blessing is going to come back. So somewhere there's going to be an opportunity where something got denied or something did not complete, but you're going to get an answer, or you're going to get something equivalent to it to take its place. Let me know if this is making sense to you, Carla. Also, I feel like there is an appointment that's coming up, and this has to do with the medical appointment, that either it's you or it's someone very close to you, because I see someone else that is there with you that may also be a little worried about the outcome. About the outcome or even the whole experience of this appointment. But everything is going to come back fine. Everything's going to work out well. Everything. I feel like there's something to do with health here. And it may not even be in the traditional sense, but there's something that you're looking for a solution for. And there has to be some sort of interaction, some sort of test, some sort of something that's going on. And I pick up that either this is you. I'm almost inclined to ask you if you're a twin. Now, that's kind of strange, but I feel like I need to ask you, are you a twin? Or do you live with the sibling? Does a sibling live with you? Something, because I'm picking up an energy of two here and not one. And it doesn't feel like it's a baby, but I don't know. But I'm getting twin kind of energy, two kind of energy here. So I don't know if you're a twin, you have a sibling, someone very, very close to you. It could be a parent, but you didn't receive your raise. Could very well be your raise that is coming up for you. And you said no to both. So no to, you don't have an appointment or anything. This could be too far in the future, but I want you to know if something comes up and you have to do something, it doesn't even have to be anything serious. It could just be some sort of preliminary testing. It could be a test that you have to take for work. It could be something that's right in, it could be something like that, but it's something medical. But I want you to know, whatever that is, it's going to work out fine. Everything's going to be good. No worries there to work out. So those are the things. I want you to understand that did you just recently purchase a car or thinking about buying a car? Because they are showing me okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I love this. I got good reviews, but the raise never presented. I feel like it's going to be the raise. And I did just go through some health issues and have been cleared mostly of everything. Well, that's going to completely clear for you. That is completely going to clear for you. Yeah. Okay. Sorry to hear about your parents. Did you recently purchase a car or thinking about buying a car? Because I am being shown a car. I'm being shown a car, and it doesn't look like an old car. It doesn't look like a used car. Yeah, you would like to buy a car, but you can't. Well, don't be surprised if you don't get the opportunity to get a car, because they are showing me a car. I feel like you're going to be able to get this car. You're going to be able to get this car. There are some things that are opening up for you in a very, very profound way. And ashe and amen and blessings to you. Sorry to hear. Condolences to you losing both your parents 2 years ago. But they are very much with you, and I know you know that as well. So this is a good cycle that you're stepping into, you know? Give yourself time to get plenty of rest. Mm-hmm. 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 I'd love a car. Um, I love a car, but said to Source, I receive one if that's what I'm supposed to get. It actually doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. Source is not going to say you're supposed to get or not supposed to get. That's for you to say. I need a new car. I want a new car. I deserve a new car. And I'm going to get a new car. That's how it works. Source, God, the universe, whatever you choose to call it, is a mirror for us, not dictating how we live our lives and how we move in our lives. That's not how it works. You'll be waiting forever if you're waiting for Source to say you're supposed to get it. Source doesn't pick and choose, yes, you're supposed to get this. Nope, you're not supposed to get this. It doesn't work like that. You have to claim what you want. And then you'll be able to work with Source to get it, not the other way around. Okay? So if you want a new car, you have to claim it. And then you have to start taking your actions to move towards that. And it will be mirrored and honored back to you. Source, the ancestors, our angels, and our guides will not interfere with our free will. Will not. And so we literally could be having heaven on earth if we were open to receive. And so that's what we have to do. We have to be open to receive. That's why every spiritual teaching will teach you about being open to receive. You have to be open to receive. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. You said, Ashe, thanks for many blessings back to you. Okay, I deserve, I'd love, I'd appreciate, and I'd love me a new car. There you go. That's how you speak that life. And then you ask your guides, you ask your ancestors, your mother and your father to really guide you and show you, because this is what you're taking actions towards, and this is what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Wow, Ms.Blue, you're still going. You said the stamina. Yeah, it is. It's something. It's something, you guys, but I'm getting ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for the reminder, because I wanted to make sure that I did get everyone in, and I'm so glad that everyone who gave the super chats, I want to say thank you. Everyone who had questions that we did not get a chance. This is something that I do all the time. I want to encourage you to make sure you like, subscribe. One of the things I want us to do, I want to help get this channel out there to more people. Don't forget, I have my podcast, new episodes coming up. I also want you guys to check it out. It is called Beyond the Proof. A new episode is going to be dropping soon. And if you didn't catch the show with Dr. Chris, OMG, a wealth of knowledge. Definitely more shows to come. It also will be on Beyond the Proof, available on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts at. You'll be able to hear that episode there. Let's have an amazing and wonderful week. This new moon, this beautiful energy, so much is in front of us. Keep your head on a swivel. And keep loving yourself, being good to yourself, and being good to others. We're going to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I want to say thank you to everybody's here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if your heart feels like it, right? But please come back and like. Let's try to see if we can get this share up to at least 1,000 likes. Don't forget to get the share. Oh, thank you again for the super chat donations, my love. Don't forget to like, pass it on, and subscribe. Don't forget to do that, okay? Pass it on to somebody else that you know would be interested in this work and want to hear more. And I want to say thank you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you, Miss Blue. Have watched you even reached out, even on Rich 360, 363 Black Magic. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. That's okay. You'll be able to come back, and you'll be able to come back and listen to the replay. I'm about to put the replay up. This is a good check-in for us here collectively. I'm going to be on TikTok later this week, so you guys follow me on all social. I'll also be doing a live on Instagram as well too. And it's okay. You don't know how to send a super chat. You don't. I couldn't even tell you how to send a super chat, but somebody will probably figure it out. How to send a super chat. We'll figure it out somehow. But I love you all. Let me get out of here. I got a busy week, and I'm sure you all do too. I love you all so much, Soul Family. Be good to yourself. Have a good week, and I will see you all back here in the frequency. Don't forget to come look for me, because I'll be out here. Peace and love. Peace and love. Ciao. Peace and love, everybody. Yeah. We're going to do this. Peace and love. Peace and love, Soul Family. Ciao.